This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. That was me having a little bit of a jam using the various box patterns of the E minor pentatonic up and down the neck. And E minor pentatonic is relevant to today's video because today's Wednesday, and as you probably know, on a Wednesday I deal with viewers' questions. So if you have any kind of question or query that is of a guitar or music related nature, then please get in touch. You can use my email address, jrguitartuition@gmail.com. You can leave a comment below this or any of my other videos, or you can use the email form on my website at johnrobsonmusic.co.uk. You can see the address at the top of the screen there, link in the description. One chap called Brian, who got in touch via the website, came with this question.
John, thanks to you, I think I finally get the idea of major and minor pentatonic scales. Mostly. If I understand you right, then E minor pentatonic has the same notes as G major, right? But here's the bit I can't quite grasp. What makes them different? How does one distinguish between an E minor scale and G major? Is it the same scale? If so, why call it by two different names? Thanks in advance, Brian.
So, the whole kind of issue of major and minor pentatonics. The short answer, Brian, is, and I'm not even going to do like a separate little clip to do this because it's basically something that you can sum up in a couple of sentences, is E minor pentatonic is the same scale as G major pentatonic. The reason why we give the scale two different names is to illustrate that it can be used in two different contexts. It can be used over a chord sequence which has a sort of overall feel of E minor, a tonality we call it, just the chord that everything seems to gravitate towards, you know, basically what you think of as the home chord, what you'd probably often refer to as being the key. So it can be used in an E minor context, and it can also be used in a G major context. Those are the two, kind of main ways that you could use that five-note scale consisting of the notes of E, G, A, B and D. A handy way to remember the notes in that scale is if you rearrange them a little bit, it spells the word badge, by the way. So just think E minor badge, G major badge. And that relationship that exists between E minor and G major, you can... if you know your pentatonic box patterns, which I've done videos on these in the past, all you got to do is think, okay, find the E note with that finger there, and then this note, the next one, the next note your fingers would go up to, your little finger. I'm not plugged in at the moment, so excuse me, but you can probably hear that anyway. That is an E note that identifies the minor name of the scale. This is a G note that identifies the major name of the scale. And if you know your pentatonic box patterns, as I say, how they all kind of fit together, as you saw me playing in that solo earlier, then you can populate the rest of the neck with that scale. And that's the same in all keys, okay? So let me just move this microphone out of the way of the guitar neck. So if I wanted B minor, I'd place that finger on the B note, and then this finger here would be identifying what the major name of the scale is, so B minor, D major, because that is a D note, and so on. So the reason why the scale has two different names is to illustrate that you can use it in two different contexts. And to demonstrate that, that solo that you heard at the top of the video, well, here it is again. It's exactly the same performance. I didn't, kind of learn the solo and then play it again. I just kind of basically stripped the backing track out from underneath it and put a G major backing track underneath it, so you can hear that solo sounds just as good in a G major context. It sounds like this. And as usual, you'll find a full tab for that solo and both backing tracks. The tab is in Guitar Pro and PDF formats, by the way, as usual. So you'll find the tab for the solo in those two formats, both backing tracks, the G major and the E minor one. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. I'll also put the two clips of me playing the solo over the different backing tracks up there as well. So there it is, all up on Patreon. As I'm sure you know by now, $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these additional resources that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are linked in the description. And that is pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time. We drink beer and talk about music and guitars and many other things as well. It's a great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.